Hello, welcome to Kane's Picks. Today we're going to be doing the Four Roses bourbon. We have a barrel strength bourbon barrel select that we do. Four Roses has been one of the distilleries we've been working with for a long time. We're actually on our 13th barrel selection with them. This year we happen to have the OESO recipe, which is a very unique recipe with them. I've been doing picks with these guys for so long that I started doing picks when Jim Rutledge was the guy doing the picks with me. Did it in a little bitty spot in the vein. We were just having to dodge the forklifts. Now they have a nice fancy taste room, and we have Miss Mandy who takes care of us, and she does a very good job of taking care of us. The fun thing about Four Roses is when you go to Four Roses, they have 10 different recipes. When you do the barrel strength program, you're allowed to taste all 10 recipes. So they have all 10 recipes put out in like a little spin wheel for you, so you can actually have all of them sitting right in front of you and you see it at one time. The cool thing is they don't tell you what recipes you have in front of you. You just have to taste them blind and you pick out the one that you like the best, which works for me because I only try to pick the best one anyway. I don't care which recipe it is. Some people go for certain recipes, certain yeast strains or whatever. I just like to get the best tasting one. You go around and we taste them all and we do the tasting. I can go through and I'll smell all the different whiskeys. I can normally eliminate between 5 and 6 of them a lot of times just by the smell alone. I can tell by the nose that if it's got too much heat or too much burn in the nose, that I'm probably not going to like the whiskey itself because the whiskey itself is probably going to burn a bite. So I'm looking for the ones that have a nice soft nose, a nice creamy nose, something that smells toffee and caramels, has a very pleasant aroma. Then I go through, and the second time is I will go through after you've got the whiskeys picked out, the one you want to taste. The first time you taste them, you really don't taste the whiskey for the fact is your tongue is just getting acclimated to the whiskey itself. So the first time through, you're really just kind of getting used to drinking whiskey. It's normally the second, third, and fourth sips when you really truly get the flavor of the whiskey and the taste. When you first bring it to your nose, you'll definitely notice a nice breadiness to it. That's some caramels, some toffees. The alcohol comes through because it is 106.6 proof, but it is not overpowering. Even on your first sip, you get nice caramel, nice little baking spice, little bit of just a vanilla in there. Nothing overpowering. You do get a nice little burn from the whiskey, but it's normally in your chest. It's not burning your cheeks. It's not burning your tongue. It's not an unpleasant or overwhelming bite. Now, in the second drink, that's when you get a lot more of the flavors. Second one definitely opens up way more. It gets way sweeter, it gets way richer, way creamier. When I pick out the bourbons, I don't like them to be hot. I don't want them to be sharp. I don't want them to be bitey. I like to look for the ones that have more of the caramels, the toffees, the softer, sweeter flavors. They tend to be more pleasant for me and everybody else. When I get them too, I know that not everybody's going to drink them at barrel proof. Even me at home, I will not drink them at single barrel proof. I'll normally drop a couple ice cubes in this, or at least a little bit of water, depending on what time of year it is. By doing that, I always make sure I do that at the distillery because I've had barrel picks before where I've tried them at barrel proof, and they're wonderful. And when they sit there at the full strength, when you add a little water, a little ice to them, some of the good just went away, and you're left with more of the hot and the bitey flavors that you really weren't really wanting. I like to proof them down that way. I know from the beginning drink to the end drink that you still have a nice, warm, pleasant, rich flavor, and it's easy to drink from the beginning to the end. I like it because it gives you nice, softer flavors, easier flavors. And the cool thing about these two, when you drink these barrel proof whiskeys, most times, they're very, very tight. They got a full body to them. So by adding a little water to them, it really kind of opens them up. You don't have to put a lot of water. I normally just put just a little bit of a capful into the whiskey. By doing this, you can actually, on top of a white paper, you can actually watch the oils in your glass break apart and will make a little design almost as the water hits the whiskey itself. By doing that, it kind of opens up. You can get more of the bouquet. Definitely it softens all the alcohol bites and stuff, so it makes it softer, richer, way more pleasant. And we're not talking about drowning your whiskey in water. Just a few drops or just an ice cube normally does the trick. I like them to be soft. I like them to be rich. They just make them to be smooth. Whiskey is made to be drank and enjoyed, not to be analyzed and dissected. So here's to enjoying good whiskey.